Welcome to this episode of Relatively Famous, the podcast where I, Chip White, interview relatives of famous people. My famous relative, Vanna White of Wheel of Fortune. That's my sister, hence the podcast. Yeah, I know. Today, we're super excited because recently we had Leslie Mouton on, who here in San Antonio is a famous newscaster. Well, today, and Leslie was talking about her daughter, Nicole, who is an actress. Well, today we're going to flip the script, and we have Nicole Mattox on to talk about what it's like to be the daughter of Leslie Mouton and what her life was like. And since it's a family kind of a gig, if you're looking for the perfect family vacation, be sure to go to visitmyrtlebeach.com. That's visitmyrtlebeach.com. You can go to Myrtle Beach, my hometown, check out the 60 miles of ocean, the beach, the golf, and if you happen to travel with someone with autism or sensory sensitive, Myrtle Beach is really geared towards that. They push it really hard. You can learn more about that on Traveling the Spectrum on Peacock, and it talks about being in Myrtle Beach. And you can learn more about that at visitmyrtlebeach.com. So again, today we got vertical actress who won the Queen Award of 2025, Nicole Mattox.
Relatively Famous podcast with Chip White.
Nicole, welcome to Relatively Famous.
Thank you so much. This is an insane space.
Isn't it great? This is
Really love
Nelco
being here.
Comics here in San Antonio. It's a little speakeasy if you're looking for some cool comics.
Yeah,
check
cool
it out.
vibes even.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun because it's not just like a boring office-looking kind of podcast place.
Yes.
And sometimes we're actually open and people come in and
That's
get
what
in
I'm
the
hearing. You
background.
can actually buy comics here. That's
Yeah. It's not just
multifunctional.
It's not just a podcast studio. Okay. Off the bat. 5 songs that describe your life.
Oh no, I am so bad at knowing music names. Okay, that describe my life. Best of Both Worlds. That makes me think Hannah Montana. People who don't know it. I don't know the names of songs. The ones like I wanna rock and roll all night. That one. Mm-hmm. Is it just rock and roll all night? What's that even called? That one? Because we
I think
work
that's
all
Kiss,
day.
right?
Yes, yeah, it is. Oh, 5 is so many. I don't even know. I have the 2. I have 2
Okay.
songs that describe my life.
Hey, that's good. You're young. You still got a long way
I
to
still
go.
have a lot to live. Yeah, I still have a lot of life to live.
I started thinking about that last night. I'm going, holy cow, man. Let's see. There's 8. There's 12. You know.
Yeah, well, what are yours? Give me some inspo.
Early would be the Monkees.
The Monkees, okay.
I'm a believer. As you got a little older would
Love
be 60 Minute Man and Under the Boardwalk. Those are beach music songs for me.
Beach music, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is where I'm from. You know, then you'd get into the country, you'd get into disco. There's a lot of disco.
Oh man, I do
whole,
have to do a country song too.
Okay.
Yeah, from Texas. Yeah. See, I don't know which one though, but one of them. There's
One-
a country song out there that describes my life for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so you live in LA, you left San Antonio
Yes.
to be an actress, and it's working out. What's that like? What happened? Describe that for me.
So it's interesting because I'm doing it through a new medium. So it's surreal because I'm getting to act full time as my full on living, which is when you're moving somewhere to be an actress, it just feels so far away. And it's like, it's the dream. And you're like, I know it will happen, but how? And when it happens, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. But it's also such a new medium that it's just unprecedented. So it's cool to be trying to figure out how to navigate this world and what it means, and navigating having fans that are in other countries, because you're used to seeing mainstream media where it's mainly like in America when people kind of pop off. So it's been really cool and surreal.
So I didn't think about the fact that verticals were huge overseas, but
Yeah.
I see a lot of overseas foreign ones made. Mm-hmm. What's been the biggest or most surprising thing when you guys shoot some overseas? What's been kind of the biggest surprise for you that people recognize you or that that this little, I won't say little, because this medium has taken off?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I first started, it definitely felt little, and now it's become a whole thing. It's really the most surprising thing is how many supportive messages I get of people just talking about how there's soap operas. Some soap opera that they've came across on TikTok had saved their life, or like brought them out of this depression that they were in because they just needed something to tune into that isn't their like real life. Or the amount of people who have just talked about just seeing these and it's helping them through things, and that I'm so grateful for. But I had not expected that at all, and it's put a new perspective on it for me. So now when I go into a project, I feel more of a responsibility about it versus before I was like, I'll take a job. Yeah, whatever it is, deal.
Yeah, I spent 35 plus years doing film and TV before I started doing this. And when I first started coming across them on my phone, I'm going, oh my God, these things are horrible. Yes! As a producer, man, I'm just like screaming in my head. But they're getting better and better and better.
Yes.
And I was talking to your mom about this. I'm really fascinated by how much they've taken off.
Me too. And it's, again, so thankful. And it's cool to see how things do evolve. And I know that they're putting more of a focus on acting and more of a focus on having more of a professional quality to it. But there is a reason that they were so cheesy and zany and had those sound effects and everything. Because one, it's a big international market. So a lot of people don't speak English. So it's a lot, it was things that just drew them in, of the big slap or the bright colors or things like that. And two, people want an escape from life. And so it's cool to see that they do still want to make those kind of projects that I always say they're the blockbusters and they're the indies. And so in verticals, that's true too. They're the ones that are just like the typical, you're slapping, it's bright, it looks commercial, it's big. And then you have some that are a little bit more subtle and moody and tell more of a story that's a little bit different. And I feel like both have a place.
Yeah, I agree, because the more I watch them, like I said, as a producer, man, I'm watching these, oh my God, you're supposed to be a giant wedding, you got 4 people, it's like
oh my gosh, that's the best. No, I did one with the Seth one time where all of the background for that day had canceled day of, and we don't have time. We're shooting 100 plus pages in 8 to 10 days, and so they were like, well, everybody on crew put jackets on and get in there. So it was our whole crew was background. It was hilarious.
That's funny. Okay, let's back up a little bit to San Antonio.
Yes.
You were growing up, your mom was the face
Superstar.
of San Antonio.
Yes.
What was your thought, your life like? Did it really register? And when did you really know, like, holy cow, man, my mom is larger than I thought? Yeah.
Yeah. So most of my life, it was just mom. Like, and I remember when I was younger, and I would see her on the TV, and I'd be home. I would get so frustrated because I didn't understand it was a TV, and I'd be waving at her, and I'm like, why isn't she waving back to me? And I didn't understand that, like, what TV was and where she went off to, and I just had no idea until probably. Man, I don't know. Maybe when I was like 7 or 8, people would come up to me and be like, I watch your mom every morning. And I was always like, what? What do you mean? and then I started to understand how big of an impact her specifically also had because of the cancer and going and broadcasting her entire journey with that. And I was part of it, but I was 2, and I didn't understand how big of a thing that was to do. And I grew up around cameras, so it didn't connect until I later went back and watched and read how many people were impacted by everything. And so it was kind of a process of understanding that, that's television, understanding that people a lot more than who I know see my mom all the time, and then understanding the realm of how much of an impact she makes on people was kind of the process of it.
Now, do you think that steered your career some, or was there a negative to it and a positive, and which kind of that made you want to go either way?
Yeah, so the only maybe negative about it was that I think I considered doing journalism more than I would have if she wasn't in it, obviously. But, and so it kind of took me off track of acting for a little while because I was like, I could do that. I've seen it my whole life. And then the news like she does was too intense for me. That's so depressing all the time. I don't need that in my life. So I went into like lifestyle things, and then ended up realizing that is my mom's thing. That is not my thing. Acting is fully my thing, and she's so good at it.
Yeah.
But positives, there are, endless positives of it. Honestly, the thing that's helped me the most day to day is seeing. So obviously, if you're famous, you're getting messages from people, a lot of positive, some negative, because people like to hate for no reason. And so something that really helped me as an actress is watching how she handled the hateful comments and kind of had to remind herself constantly that like this, they don't know me. This isn't personal. This is something that they've, it's something going on in their life, and it's not something that should affect me day to day. And so now that I'm an actress, it's something that I think of quite a bit, and so thankful for the positives, but also so bracing for negatives. And it's helped a lot. So that would be the biggest positive, but there are so many.
Yeah, I think that because of social media, negative has gotten so easy for people. Like I read and I try to answer as many comments as I can on the YouTube part, because I don't get on the audio parts that much. But there's been a few negatives, and I just I don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I just go, well, hey, did you even listen to the episode?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I kind of try to move on.
And you can't please everybody.
No. What has been the biggest challenge going from San Antonio to LA, change-wise?
Oh, it's so different. I'm thankful because I did have a little stint in Austin, so I feel like I got a little stepping ladder and then jumped to LA. Yeah, hook 'em arms, baby. Oh yeah, and so but honestly, the biggest thing from like my hometown, and I'm from Shirts also, and LA is, just the Southern hospitality is real, and just the sense of there are amazing people in LA, so kind. I've met the most wonderful people, but just in the sense of you're on the street with somebody and saying hi and genuinely being like, oh, nice to meet you, and kind of seeing people more as friends versus in LA. I think a lot of people are trained to think people want something from them or to just be work, 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 go, go, go. So that was an adjustment for me. And I still, and I want this to last forever, people, when they first meet me, they always go, you're not from here. And so I'm always, because it's in our nature. It's just wanting to talk to people and genuinely have that like neighborly kind of interaction with people. So that was, I think, the biggest culture shock.
Yeah, when I first moved, obviously my accent was huge, and people were like, you're not from here. No, I'm from, and
nope.
You should change that. And like, no, I'm not going to, I'm not
who
trying
I
to be
am.
an actor, so I'm not going to get rid of it. And I remember, like in Myrtle Beach, man, back in the day, clubs ran all night. And I remember
I've heard that.
moving to LA and everything shutting down at 2. I'm like, I just got out. What do you mean?
I think I left my house at 1.
Yeah, that was a big shock for me, was just how early
everything closes.
Kind of closed.
Yeah.
And
I've heard that a lot from my friends from New York, too. They're always like, what do you mean it's 2 a.m. and you're going home? What do I do? What do I do now?
Yeah, in New York, I was at a club we got there at 2. They had just opened. We stayed there, went to another one at 4, and then went back to the other one at 6 a.m. It was insane.
Sun's coming up.
Oh, yeah. It was, all the business people were coming in, and we're going into this. And I was back in another life.
That's amazing. It's part of being young and exploring and having fun. I've never been to Myrtle Beach, but I've heard so many fun things. I'm continuing to hear fun things.
You know what? Myrtle Beach is great. The whole Grand Strand. If you're into music, there's all kinds. And I think I told your mom this. It's the only place in North Myrtle Beach where you would go and see 40 to 90-year-olds dancing all night long.
See, that's the thing for me. I love going to a place where everybody's dancing. And that's some places in LA, it's a lot of people just kind of sitting and vibing, which is cool. Not my vibe. I love that when it's just everybody together and just dancing and having fun.
Oh yeah, they'll get up and go to the beach next day and shag all day on the beach, and they'll go back to class. It's amazing.
That's a life. I mean, you have to train for that lifestyle.
It is. What has been the biggest perk of the success of? We're going to call it vertical film, vertical drama. I've heard so many different names for it.
Microdrama. Yeah, I just call them verticals.
Microdrama,
I just say verticals.
What's been the greatest, what did I say? The
perk
from being, especially winning. What did you win? The Queen Award?
Yeah.
Tell us about that real quick.
Yeah, so there was a con. It was Verticon. And it was, I think the awards were nominated by industry professionals and then voted on by fans / other people in the industry. So it was an honor because it was people who were watching them and working on them. It was amazing. And yeah, so I went to this award. And I actually was not going to go to the awards because I wasn't speaking at the con. And I was like, why would I win? Why would I win that? That's no way. And somebody had tipped off my agent that I had won one of the awards. And I was also nominated for the Best Chemistry Award with Seth. And I had assumed that was that one. So I dragged him to the awards with me. And I was like, we're going to win. Like, we have to be there. And it turns out I just dragged him there to watch me win. So I felt bad about that. But it was really cool. It was a cool thing.
So that's like the Best Actress Award.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They did like Queen, King, and they did Prince and Princess for like Best Female and Male Child Star.
Okay.
Which was really cool.
Okay. Biggest perk from it?
From just doing verticals in general?
Yes.
I mean, paying rent. It's a pretty big perk. And it's really is surreal to realize that I'm doing what I love every day for a living. Like I'm doing it. It doesn't feel like I'm going to work some days are long and tough. And filming, I don't know if you've seen a vertical, filming a banquet scene can be grueling. But it's just like my life is happier because I'm doing what I love to do. And I don't have to do I used to have this little part-time job and online, and I hated doing it because I was just at home, just on my computer all day. So it's just, quality of life is just happier.
What are some of the places you guys have shot?
Okay. I've done Atlanta 3 times, LA quite a bit just because I'm local there. I just got back from New York 2 days ago. I've been to Italy to shoot one. Yep. Kansas City and Boston. And I think that's all the places I've been, but they're everywhere. They're in Canada. They're in China. They're in Turkey. They're in, I think there was some in Vietnam, maybe. They're everywhere. They're Texas. They're filming in San Antonio now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Which is the crazy thing, bringing my mom back into it. Some of the executives at Real Short showed up to my mom's work now at Morgan's Wonderland to scout the place to film Real Shorts. So maybe full circle, I'll go work at her work.
There you go. Yeah, you tell them, hey, you got to hire me if you're going to shoot there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We did an episode with, I don't know if you know Madison Eisman. She was in Jumanji.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had her dad, John, on. And we talked about, now Madison was younger when she went to LA. But like her mom, they made this conscious decision as a family. Okay, mom's going to move and you're going to go. And you were already out of college, right?
Yes.
So it was a little different. But what was that family dynamic when you said, hey, I'm going to LA and be an actress?
Honestly, I think I've said I wanted to be an actress my whole life. There was multiple periods where I was like, I'll try something else, but I think they saw it coming. So when I said I wanted to move to LA, they were like, it's happening. Okay, go fly, go be. They were so supportive. And it is tough though, because I only get to see them a few times a year. So it's hard to wrap my head around of like, okay, I'm missing so much of the year with these people that I love, but they are so supportive and they fully saw it coming. They knew it was going to happen eventually.
Well, I think they're happy that you get to come back and visit at least.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, another off-the-wall question.
All right.
What did your childhood smell like?
I'm between two. Either freshly mowed grass, for some reason that brings me to my childhood. I think we used to play in the cul-de-sac all the time, like everybody from my neighborhood, and so that smell, or like the smell of like a boat on the lake, like the boat fuel mixed with lake water. That's what it smelled like because we did so many lake trips.
Favorite lake trip?
Probably my senior trip. My senior year of high school, like my parents were so amazing and all of our parents came together and rented out this lake house to let us just be, and we all just had so much fun and ate and drank and went on the boat and tubed. And my dad is almost sadistic when it comes to driving a boat with us on the back, and he's a fighter pilot. He likes to go fast, and we're flying back there along with him. And so we have so many amazing memories of just having fun and being a kid and being on the back of the boat skiing or tubing or whatever else.
Okay, back to Hollywood. Has verticals led to other, just call it just mainstream work, or is it are you really just in this niche
in this pipeline? So it's starting to. There was a long time, and it's still a thing, where people kind of shunned verticals, and it's like the beginning of soap operas, where it's people like, well, that's not real acting, that's not real, and people's idea and perception of it was off. So a lot of people were worried that they wouldn't get opportunities for other things. But now that I have a little bit more of a following, I'm getting looked at for other more mainstream roles that I wasn't before, because now I'm coming with a little bit of a following. So it's now starting to open up a lot more, and a lot of streamers are getting involved in verticals. Like, I know Netflix is looking at it, Disney is partnering with Drama Box, something like that. Hulu, like, so it's starting to merge more, but it's a process.
Yeah, I read that the majors are getting into it. Yeah. And I had a question. I got to think back how it was in my head that you're talking about soap operas.
Yes.
That these are kind of modern day soap operas, but you know, some of those were huge. I mean, they went for years.
Yeah. And a lot of people came out of soap operas, and it ended up not being such a thing of, oh, you're a soap person. And then it's just, oh, you're an actor, and if you're good for this part, you'll be good for the part. And so that's the trajectory I'm hoping. And we'll see. I've been getting some more mainstream auditions. I've got to do one later today.
Okay.
So.
And then I remember the actual question. Having a following seems to really, as a producer, I'm kind of gotten out of it. So it's kind of, some of it kind of worked, but it's like this whole thing about you might not get a gig because you don't have enough followers.
Yeah.
Has that been a thing for you, or?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it is all over the place. I mean, just recently I found out about this maybe 2 days ago. I had auditioned for a bigger film, and heard back that they had cast the part I auditioned for. They said back, great audition. It was amazing. We went with somebody who has bigger credits, has a better name, is more well known for this role. They did come back and say they wanted me to read for another role, so that we'll see how that goes. But that happens all the time, and it's somebody else who is just as good and can play the character just as well. And sometimes they're looking for the thing between the two of you that can differentiate. And if that's the followers, then that's what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. We're looking for followers on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is your dream role?
Oh, okay. Just of all time, a role that I would just love to do. Have you seen the movie Beautiful Boy with Timothée Chalamet and Steve Carell?
Yes.
So that woman-wise. So just somebody who, something like that. I want to explore growth in some way, or regression in some way, just some sort of change. In that one, it's this kid who gets addicted to drugs and how it affects him, and you kind of see him just struggle with that and go really downhill, and just something like that, where it's I start one way, something happens, my life has changed forever, and I like exploring like change and growth or regression.
Dream director.
I mean, it's basic to say Steven Spielberg, but I mean, come on. His movies are insanely beautiful and subtle and gorgeous, and I think. Or, I mean, Robert Rodriguez, just because Texas.
We had Patricia Vaughn on, his sister. She was amazing.
Tell her I'm looking to work with him.
We're going to have Robert on as Patricia's brother.
Yeah, perfect.
She was phenomenal and so much fun. Dream co-star.
I've worked with all my dream co-stars. I mean, Zendaya, if I could do like a female-led thing, she's an icon. I was just watching Top Gun Maverick last night, so Glenn Powell comes into my brain. Would be probably male and female.
Texas boy, by the way.
Yeah, he is. Matthew McConaughey, Glenn Powell. Hook 'em. Let's make that a movie.
Okay. Write it. Do you write?
So not really. My brain, I feel like writing is a specific brain type. I can have an idea and I'm like, that would be so cool. And I sit down to make it happen and I can't focus my thoughts onto one linear storyline. I did write one vertical script and we'll see what happens with it. Okay. But just because I wanted to explore my different character types.
Well, with the McConaughey, Powell, Nicole movie, find a co-writer.
So, oh yeah, I can give somebody an idea and have somebody else iron it out for me. But yeah, I would not trust myself to fully write a feature film.
Okay, so back to full circle. you were growing up, your mom's all over San Antonio. Everybody's like, oh, your mom, your mom, your mom. Is your mom experiencing, oh, you're Nicole's mother? Is she getting the reverse finally? Or
She said she has, and I don't know if I believe her because she's still in San Antonio and she's still such an insane star. She says that she has, and people are always like, oh, that's your daughter. No way, which is crazy. But, and speaking of writing, I do think the only thing I would truly write start to finish is her story. And that's something I've thought a lot about. And I think, and with her permission, she's already said that she would love to see it happen, write something about her story. And I don't know if that's just the breast cancer part of it or if it's from her childhood, because she has the most amazing stories. And just, it's an amazing journey that she's been on from start to finish. And so I would love to tell it. I would love to tell her story to a wider audience. And so that is something that I would write.
Don't let her read it because, she'll Hollywood it up and rewrite
exactly.
it. You know how parents are.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the momagers are crazy.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
I know, I went off track. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Again, like I said, I don't prepare. I don't come with written questions. I like to just kind of see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we are kind of getting kind of close. So you do a lot of verticals with
Seth the Dean, yes.
Would it be crazy if he just happened to be here?
That would be pretty crazy.
Let's see if he'd stop in and say, hey.
Seth,
just bring it over with you.
I sit here?
Come on over.
Yeah, that's fine. Come right over here.
You just want to share a seat with me?
Can I just sit on,
Yeah,
just sit on my lap.
There you go.
Tell me what you want for Christmas. Welcome.
Fancy seeing you guys here.
Yeah. Seth, welcome. So you guys were up for the chemistry award.
Yeah, we were.
How many verticals have you guys done together?
6.
Done 6.
6. Yeah.
All as the chemistry or brother or sister?
Yeah, all love interests every time. We did our
Okay.
first one May 2024 was the first time we worked together. And then up till now, yeah, we've just been rocking them. And people like us together, so
Yeah.
that's
Well,
nice.
when I was promoting your mom's episode, you guys have an amazing fan base.
Yeah.
Because they were all over it and
thank you guys.
sharing.
Thank you.
What's some of the crazy fan text, email, something interactions you guys have had together?
I mean, the only stuff I feel like together, the Atlanta.
Yeah. We were shooting in Atlanta. We were shooting our Christmas show that came out last year called Found a Homeless Billionaire Husband for Christmas, only on Real Short.
He's good about that. He plugs it.
I'm a company man.
Yeah.
But we were in Atlanta shooting that, and we went and got coffee at this coffee shop, and we walk out, and we're like, all right, we were tired. Let's go back
We're
to the hotel.
exhausted.
And this cute little barista runs out. She's like, hey, hi, sorry, are you guys Easton and Carolyn Mills from Breaking the Ice? And
We
I'm
were like,
yeah. She's like, can I take a picture with you guys? I'm so sorry. I wanted to say it in there. And then
She ran
so
after us.
nervous.
It was so sweet and
cute.
amazing. And I mean, we've always had very pleasant interactions. I feel like he's a little bit more recognizable than I am because he's all the way up there and he's got the eyebrows and the hair and he's just a little bit more recognizable. So a lot of times for me, people will be like, oh my gosh, Easton Black or Simon Jones or any of the character names. And then they'll look and they're like, oh my gosh, and you.
I will say Nicole's fans are the most loyal and loving fans you
Amazing.
could ever have in your life. They got her a billboard in New York City for her birthday this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, what?
It was a surprise. I had no idea. It was again, I cried. I can't even express how grateful I am for these people. The most amazing, loving, caring human beings. And it's insane.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, the company
Yeah.
had to buy my sister's billboard. So we had a quick conversation about people playing your mom in a couple of verticals in New York.
Yes.
Who, Rachel out of Charlotte, I can't even pronounce your last name after knowing you for 20 years.
Shout out to Rachel P.
Rachel P.
Yep.
She's the best mom, even though she's not as nice in the show sometimes. She's amazing off screen. So, shout out to Rachel.
I was. She's getting a lot of vertical work too. Have to have one of her daughters home.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are getting close to out of time, and I'm going to, since you're here, we're going to ask this question to both of you.
Okay.
What is the one question no one ever asks you that you wish someone would ask?
Ooh. That no one ever asks. That's a phenomenal question. That question. No one ever asks. See, the thing is, I'm such a talker. I just tell people everything. And probably more about my family life. Probably more about just, where I come from. And what it's like to have grown up in the environment that I did versus living in Hollywood kind of thing. I think is something I love talking about. So I do wish people would ask, more about that.
I think people never ask me, like when most people move to LA, they just assume you moved there to like act or be a social media star or do music or whatever. No one ever asked me why I actually moved to LA. And that's just because I wanted to live in Southern California. Like, I've always romanticized the Southern California life. I did no acting, no nothing growing up. I was a football player, like total jock my whole life. And I moved to LA with no intentions of ever getting into this. So, I've always found it funny that they're like, so what'd you move here for? And I'm like, I moved here because I just wanted to live here. It's nice, it's sunny all the time.
He had no plan when he moved here.
I had no plan.
Where did you move from?
So I graduated college and I was actually working in Arkansas as a civil engineer. And that was not the life for me, much to her experience with journalism and the other, little avenues you kind of try that might be, safer and more traditional. I wasn't for me. I'm like,
let's put that on record. Seth was technically an engineer.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
Let's put that on record.
I believe anything these days.
Put that right on record.
Okay. One last question, Nicole.
Yeah.
Because you brought it up, and I'm fascinated by this. Your father was a fighter pilot.
Yes. Yeah, he's a...
What's it like growing up under the wings of a fighter pilot?
It's amazing and intense and fun. And I don't know if you've ever partied with fighter pilots.
I have, in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Probably your dad.
Probably him. Yeah, he was stationed in Myrtle Beach for a while. It is the most amazing experience because it's such a group of people who love so hard and so genuinely and thoroughly, and who are tough people. And I think because of that, just have such big hearts. So it's the most amazing experience. And I always say that I was raised by a village, and a lot of them are my dad's fighter pilot buddies, and they all like to call themselves my uncles. And so it was a really cool community experience to be raised by people with just so much heart and love to give, and who are also just so fiercely loyal and protective.
Awesome. I think that's a great way to go out.
Yes.
Thank you both for being here. Thank you, Nicole. And I'm going to start following. I'm going to check in with your fans all the time. I've already joined some of their fan pages.
You're part of our fans?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The hard part
we're part of your fans too.
Okay, I'll be up front. The hard part for me is finding the verticals. Like, they just show up and I'll watch them. I'm like, well, how do I find the rest of it without subscribing?
Yeah.
So,
yep. It gets you.
So I'm learning. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Hope you enjoy San Antonio.
I love it.
And
I love it. I love Texas.
We're gonna keep showing them around.
Baby.
That's
Hook
it.
'em.
My wife's a hook'em, so I'm
So you have to be.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. One person who went to UT, you have to do it.
Yeah. I'm drug kicking and screaming because I was a South Carolina boy, so.
Yep.
I hate to say Coastal Carolina, but then I still root for the Gamecocks. So my son's a Gamecock, so I got a house divided here.
That's tough. But that makes things fun.
It does. Well, thank you so much, and we appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you. Well, this was so much fun.
Well, I just learned a whole bunch about the vertical world, and it's super exciting. And Nicole is awesome. Seth was amazing. It's cool that he was able to step in here at the end. And speaking of stepping in at the end, I think you need to visit myrtlebeach.com. Let's go to visitmyrtlebeach.com. Step in the sand, get your toes in the sand, go for a swim, play some golf, plan the perfect vacation by going to visitmyrtlebeach.com. You can go to North Myrtle Beach, right by my childhood home. Go have a good time and learn it and book it all through visitmyrtlebeach.com. Learn more about it through visitmyrtlebeach.com. I want to thank Nicole for being here. I want to thank Seth. I want to thank Nelco Media for being our producers, Nelco Comics for this really cool location where we do our podcast from. And I want to thank you, the viewer, listener, because without you, we're just talking into thin air. I'm humbled that you take the time to spend with us, and I hope you'll like it, share it, tell all your friends about it, about us, about the podcast. And again, most important, if you happen to be related to someone famous or know someone related to someone famous, I'm always looking for a guest. You can reach out to me at podcastrelativelyfamous@gmail.com. That's podcastrelativelyfamous@gmail.com. And again, thanks.
You've been listening to Relatively Famous with Chip White. Please like and subscribe to Relatively Famous with Chip White.